The CMCP601P is an entirely portable, battery-powered demonstration device that enables you to teach balancing, demonstrate balancing, demonstrate products, example the 7504 monitoring system or an analyzer. It has a 2.6 milliamp hour battery in it, so it should run at least 8 to 10 hours without recharging, depending on how many times you run it up and down. It has BNC outputs for the signals, so you can interface it to either your monitoring systems or your analyzers or to an oscilloscope. All the power is provided for proximity probes, and constant current diodes are provided for accelerometers. Let me repeat, the sensors are powered up with the battery. You do not have to plug anything in or plug anything else into this. You simply hook up your analyzer to the BNC connectors and take your data.
Okay.
What you get is you get the CMCP601P and a 12 by 12 by 10 inch deep carrying case, which has a lid. You get a rubber feet on the bottom to make it easy to sit it on a tabletop or a conference room without scratching, to do your demonstration of an analyzer or monitoring system, or to teach balancing. You get a kit which includes a smart charger for the lithium-ion battery. It's internal to it. It's a 1.2 amp charger, 2.6 amp battery, so call it 4 hours and you should be fully charged back up again. But once again, you're going to get 8 to 10 hours of runtime out of it. You'll notice that the rotating mass has balancing holes in it, along with a key phaser or phase location. You also get in your kit Allen keys for tightening different parts and also inserting balancing weights. And you get a complete set of balancing weights labeled by length and by how many grams they are. And for those of you who teach balancing, you can easily know the mass, the weight of this rotor, and the distance out on the radius for the balancing holes. It can actually calculate how many grams of weight to put in it to balance it. So you get the 601P with battery. You do not get the sensors. You get the mounting blocks, you get the lid, and you get the charger and your balancing weight. All right, let's go through the front faceplate. What we have is we have a charger port to plug the smart charger into. We have an off-on power switch. We have 5 BNC connectors, 1 for phase. We have 2 for proximity, X and Y, and we have 2 for accelerometers, V and H, vertical and horizontal. But you can wire these however you want them. You could have 4 accelerometers, you could have 4 proximity probes, and a phase sensor. You have a speed control, so when you turn the unit on, you can adjust the speed. Currently running at 770. You can run it up to, say, 3600 RPM, whatever you want. And you'll notice one thing about it is when you turn off, it is a digital motor. It's a 3-phase, 8-pole motor, digitally controlled. It'll go right back to where it was when you turn the switch off, as you'll notice by the speed. Okay, over on this side we have our rotating mass, which we're going to wait for it to wind down just a bit. Don't put your finger on the top because there's a phase bump going around. Here's our rotating wheel. You'll notice we have a little metal washer on top that triggers the built-in phase angle detector. This is a once per turn detector. So as it goes under here, you'll get your blip for doing balancing or phase on an oscilloscope. We have X and Y blocks that we normally use for proximity probes, but they're 1/4-28 threaded, so you can either mount a proximity probe in them or you can mount accelerometers on them. Then we have vertical and horizontal that are 1/4-28 mounted in the same type of block. So basically you can mix these sensors up any way you want to. The standard unit does not come with sensors. It comes with the mounting blocks, comes with the phase probe, and you mount your own sensors.
Okay.
Looking internal to the CMCP601P, Just on the back, you can see the battery compartment. This is with our 26 volt 2.6 milliamp hour battery is. You notice we put it in a metal case. Some people don't trust lithium ion batteries, so we put it in a fully aluminum case to protect it, or protect everything else. Inside you can see the digital motor. This is our DC to DC converter to change the plus 24 volts from the battery to a minus 24 volts to power the proximity probe. We have room in the back to mount proximeters. In this case, we have an X and Y probe, so we have a X and Y proximeter. The wires going out to the proximity probes. And here you can see the wiring for where your accelerometers and the proximity probes land. And they're all labeled. Top left one here is Excel vertical, Excel horizontal, phase. Down here it's proximity X, proximity Y. So everything is labeled, very easy for you to mount your sensors, because once again, sensors do not come standard. You can order them from us, we'll be happy to install them for you, or you can install them yourself as easy as what you can see here. You just simply put your sensors in and land the wires on the assigned points. Proximity probe, this has a DIN rail. If your proximeters don't have DIN rail, feel free to mount them flat against the surface itself. So that is the CMCP601P, a way to speed up your demonstrations, speed up your training. Simply take it in, put it on the conference room table, put your analyzer next to it, both of them are battery powered, and away you go. No plugging in, nothing else, totally independent. Once again, you should get 8 to 10 hours of running time, and that's at 3600 RPM. Once again, it'll depend on how many times you use the amperage, speeding the motor up and shutting it down. But technically, it could run for 24 hours if you just left it at a low speed.